Welcome back to another episode of From My Perspective. I'm your boy Dion coming to you. It is WrestleMania week, and you know your boys got to come to you with our WrestleMania preview for night one and night two. This episode will be strictly night one preview, but go ahead and subscribe, go ahead, leave a comment section in the comments. Hit that link in the bio. We got merch. If you didn't win anything from the last month's NCAA tournament bracket, don't worry about it. You can still purchase it if you want it because we got it. Just saying. But thank you again for joining us for another episode From My Perspective on your boy Dion. Joined by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Captain Hater. Q, how you doing on this fine WrestleMania week?
Hey, man, what do what it is? You already know the best. It's your boy, Mr. Bell, aka say your name up on this pod. Might not put you to mouth. I'm good, yeah. I can't complain, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's going on with WrestleMania this week.
I am too. We are not alone though. I low key feel like the third wheel now as we have another mixed vibe podcast member joining us. He goes by the name of Joe. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing today, bro?
I'm doing great. I know you, like I said, you got a podcast. Go ahead and tell the people if they don't know what you and Q got going on.
Well, if you don't know, respectfully, you're wrong. So check that out sometime. We got it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Q knows everywhere else that it's at, man, because he uploads this thing to everything. I'm probably on Pandora and your AM radio too. I'm not quite sure yet.
We
What you say?
we we are on Pandora.
Hey.
We're on Pandora.
I was just joking on that one, man, and they really are on Pandora. Okay, so we everywhere now. We everywhere. You're gonna have to see this mug all over the place. They even put me on this show today, so
Yep.
blessing. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Joe, from what I've been told, you used to be a big wrestling fan back in the day. We kind of got
Yes.
you back into it a little bit here recently, especially with
Yes.
WrestleMania. I did hear that you did watch Elimination Chamber. Hear you also wasn't a big fan of the show. It wasn't a great show. So so respectfully, you're right. It wasn't a great show. But I'm gonna ask you first. Getting back into wrestling, I know you. It's not the Attitude Era. It's never gonna be the Attitude Era. That was a different time, a different world. But how you feeling about this WrestleMania build?
Uh, it's different, man. It's so different. Like going into 40, I remember being so hyped up about that one. And
Yeah.
even going into 41, I was like, what they going to do here? Like there's all these possibilities. It didn't pan out as well as we all kind of hoped for in the end. But yeah, going to this one just kind of feels a little bit different,
Yep.
like it's a, it almost feels like something big could really pop off, but you're also kind of like, I guess, afraid to get your hopes up because you're afraid
Yeah.
of, being let down again. Yep.
I agree 100%. But I gotta ask my always question when we talk about these PLEs, Q, Joe. I'm assuming since it's WrestleMania season that you both will be watching WrestleMania Night One and Night Two live. Would I be correct with that statement?
Yes.
Yeah. I ain't gotta go to Thunder over Louisville this year because my kid gonna be in Tennessee. So I ain't got nothing else to do.
Hey,
Hey, there you go.
hey, not mad at it. Again, we are going to be talking about night one in particular in this episode, but I gotta ask another question. I gotta ask you guys. It's two nights. Are you more excited about Saturday night or Sunday night? I know Q, you sent me the lineup when it showed up, and I gave you my answer immediately, and I was like, man, it's Sunday night for me. I honestly could skip Saturday night, but I'm not going to because I have a podcast I have to review it on. But I really could skip Saturday night. That's how not into Saturday night I am, and that's how much I'm into Sunday. But Joe, which one is there a night that you're more into, or is it just me? Am I the only one that's super into Sunday?
Oh no, man. It's night two all day, man. Come on now. Oba and Brock, CM and Roman. Yeah, night two for sure.
Yeah.
It ain't even a question. It's not. It's not a question. Night one has the potential to steal the show though, because they have some talented people on the card. But just looking at it on paper, it's night two without question.
All right. All right, fellas, let's go ahead and get to the nitty gritty. If you guys are not aware, if you're new here, we do confident point predictions. I stole this from the Steven Larson podcast, the Going in Raw podcast. They review wrestling as well. But what confident point prediction is, we pick who we think will win and we give it its own unique points. There's 7 matches on night one. The match you're most confident in, you pick a winner and you give it's 7 points. The match you're least confident in, you give a winner and you give it 1 point. We got some we got some prop bets sprinkled in at the end to know so we don't get no ties. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I believe Q's been he's been dog walking me the last few
This
dog.
is the. I think it was just the last one. I think we tied the one before that. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think we tied the one before that, or maybe it
I
was
have
two
the
before that.
results right here. I threw it away because I was mad. But Q won by a score of 13-10 at Elimination Chamber. I threw
Yeah.
it away because I was mad. But I did. You are correct. We did tie one on some weird stuff happened, and we ended up tying. But Elimination Chamber, we won. You won. So Q is your winner. But let's go ahead and get into the show properly. They're doing a little something weird here, I think, personally. Well, I wouldn't say weird, but different. There's no pre-show, technically. But the first hour is going to be on night one is going to be ESPN2. Night two is going to be on regular ESPN. I guess, they're trying to draw in those numbers, trying to get more people to get that ESPN subscription, trying to hype up the show. Will it work? I don't know. But the 2 matches that we do know that are going to be on ESPN2 on night one is going to be the 6 man that apparently that's going to open the show. It's Logan Paul, Austin Theory, the Vision, who is on the Vision faction, which is on life support right now, with IShowSpeed versus LA Knight and the Usos. This is a weird match because you got IShowSpeed, who is a streamer, very athletic person from what I've known. Can he go in the ring? I don't know. But I know one thing I do know, they're going to rehearse the crap out of this match probably before the show. But I'm not sure who's going to win. So I'm going to go first here. I don't know who's going to win. I'm just going to go out on a limb here that they're going to give it to the Vision because, again, the Vision faction is on life support. And I'm going to give the Vision with 2 points. And we'll talk about who's going to eat the pin after you guys give y'all's. But I'm going to let you go next, Q, because I don't know. It's just the first match of the show off a celebrity.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with LA Knight and the Usos with a confidence point of 1 because, like you said, I really don't know who's gonna win this match. This match really feel like it had a storyline. It didn't feel like it was nothing to worth talking about because I can also see the Vision winning with IShowSpeed doing something on accident. Like everything, like this whole storyline is him doing a bunch of things on accident, and they end up winning the match. But at the same time, in my head, it's like, man, LA Knight should have been in the title picture a long time ago. Y'all gonna have him losing the IShowSpeed and a rebranded Austin Theory?
Yeah, Logan Paul.
I ain't gonna include Logan Paul. Because Logan Paul, like, we gotta give that man his credit.
Yeah.
He be doing this one too. So yeah, how far are we going down on the card? So yeah, I'm going with a 1 for the Usos and LA Knight.
All right, Joe, who you got?
I don't want to give it to the Vision, but like you said, it just feels like they're gonna do something because you got a celebrity involved in it. The Vision is hospice right now, so they need to do something to keep them alive and make you at least. I mean, they're the tag champions right now, still, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So they don't want to make them look too weak. I feel like something might happen between the Usos and LA Knight, like an accidental bump or, somebody getting hit the wrong, something like that, man. So I'm gonna have to give it to the Vision and IShowSpeed.
All right.
I'll probably go for about a 3
All
on that.
right, 3. All right. So you got the Vision as well. Since I have the Vision, I'm assuming Jimmy Uso is gonna take the pin. I'm assuming you would feel the same way.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say LA Knight, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna
not
go
gonna
with
take
Knight.
that pin. Q, who you got eating this pin?
Okay, so I picked the Vision to lose, so I'm going Austin Theory.
All
They,
right. Yeah.
they already buried that man when they rebranded him. So,
All right. Cool.
but if y'all y'all predictions come out right, I think the person who should eat the pin is Jay, because this is Jay, because Jay already heading that way. He had a segment with Cameron earlier today. He
I was
had,
gonna mention
he's
that.
heading he's heading down the hill path. You know what I'm saying? So I think Jay would be the one to eat the pin. Then Jay does something crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and that, like I said, that tells you it's WrestleMania week when you see crazy stuff like Jay Uso attacking Cameron on his own podcast. Crazy. Hey, WrestleMania week, you never know what you're gonna get.
Anything can happen.
The other match that's happening on the first hour of ESPN2 of night one is Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu in an unsanctioned match. It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna be a lot of probably weapons used. Maybe Drew McIntyre might tweet again, said he's bored at work. He might do it. He might pull that off again. But it's gonna be a crazy match. Joe, I'm gonna let you go first this time. Who you got winning this unsanctioned match between Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu?
I want to believe so much in Jacob Fatu. I got to give it to him, man. I got
Okay.
to. I love Jacob Fatu. I probably got about a 2 in confidence on that, though.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah,
Wait a minute, a two?
I'm going to, man. It's
I'm
because
pretty
Drew
hard.
and the
I'm pretty
company
hard.
gets behind him a lot. So,
Okay.
yeah.
What you got? What you thinking, Q? I know you was a little shocked with the two.
Yeah, because he said
Yeah.
he got a lot of confidence. Then he said two. He had a 3 on the vision with
I got a confidence in Jacob Fatu. I don't have confidence in creative.
Good point. Good point.
it.
We'll
Solid,
talk about that tonight too.
Yeah.
solid point. So what's it? 7 matches.
Yeah.
I'm going, man. Hey, you know what they say, man. Go big or go home. I'm going Jacob with a 5.
Oh. Okay.
5. So I got 6. I only use 1 and 5. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going with Jacob winning this because of the fact Drew McIntyre got a movie he got to film. So why
Hasn't he been filming that for the whole time?
You said what?
Hasn't he been filming that for the whole time?
I think he's supposed to miss some time.
I know they said something about the Highlander reboot. He's been like working with his schedule to do that. He's been filming that at the same time. I didn't know.
He is, but I also thought I think he's supposed to miss some time. Not like once, but I think he is supposed to. The last report, I read this report probably about 3 weeks ago. Stuff changed. But from my understanding,
we know how that goes.
He was supposed to miss some amount of time. So for that reason, I'm going with Jacob. Now, if he ain't missing no time, I still think I'm going with Jacob because of the fact it helps with the art of Drew McIntyre.
You're right.
Drew McIntyre taking crazy L's. Don't do nothing but build his case of everybody's out against me. And the machine is working against me. So yeah. I'm gonna go with Jacob. Yeah. Jacob with a 5. I almost said 7, but it's another card. It's another match that I said 7. So.
Well, so I'm gonna take it then. I got Jacob with a 7 for that exact reason. Drew's got a movie. Cause Drew's got a movie, he ain't gonna be there. And I don't know what they got planned for Jacobs, but I know they got plans for Jacob. Hopefully he's gonna get into somebody's title picture after this. So I'm just gonna rock with Jacob with 7, mostly because Drew has a movie. That's basically what it is for me. Drew has a movie.
Okay. Yeah. I'm along. I'm thinking the same thing, but it's something else that I won't give my 7 to.
I got you. Next up, we got the Women's Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way. It's a little iffy right now about who may or may not be in it. I'm just gonna go with the call what the graphic is telling me, and I'm assume that Miss Brie Bella will be cleared to compete, but it's gonna be the champions, Lash Legends and Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, Lyra and Bailey, and the Bella Twins. Like I said, right now what I read, Brie Bella is not cleared. I'm assuming she's cleared. There was reports that maybe Asuka and Kairi Sane sneaks in this. Who knows? But I'm just gonna go with the team that's holding the title right now. I'm gonna say they defend it. I'm gonna go with Lash Legend and Nia Jax. I'm gonna go with one simply because there's a bunch of people in this match. Q, I'll let you go next.
Okay, so here's my problem. If the Bella Twins was healthy, I'm picking the Bella Twins.
I agree.
But if the Bella Twins ain't healthy, I feel like I'm forced to pick somebody else. And I don't feel like that's fair. We need to have a post-fight conversation about my point system because I want to pick the Bellas. I don't think I should be deducting points if I pick the Bella Twins. And you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that's fair. Personally, I don't feel like that's fair. Personally, I think I should get a point if I pick two teams, but whatever. Because of injury. Because of injury. For that being the case, I'm still gonna pick the Bella Twins, but I'm gonna go with a 2 because of the possibility that they're injured. If they was healthy, it would have been a 6.
I agree.
They would have been my 6.
They
But I'm
definitely
gonna
would
go
try to add that to their resume.
So if I miss these 2 points, it don't hurt me too bad.
All right. How you feeling about the women's tag match, Keith? Joe.
Man, I'm basically in the same boat as Q right here, man. Like, if if they were healthy, completely good to go, yeah, solid 6, 7 on them winning. I'm still going with them winning, just because it's the Bella Twins, and they want to give them one last kind of a moment, and this seems like it for them. I'm at a 4 with that though.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So since you two both are assuming the Bellas will win, who do you think will eat the pin to allow the Bellas to get that victory?
The person that be eating too many pins, Bailey.
Bruh, I'm saying thank you.
She be trying to put everybody over. Somebody need to put her over.
Right.
I'm
I was gonna
over
say she
the
eats the pin
disrespect to Bailey.
too. Yeah, she does. She do be eating too many pins. I don't know what
Yes.
they did. They forget that she's a horsewoman.
I'm just getting ready to say, out of all the
Same.
four horsewomen, she the one that they don't treat like a 4-horsewoman.
Yeah.
Mercedes over here just getting every belt imaginable for no reason. Charlotte Flair, if she ain't in the world championship picture, she's in the tag team championship picture.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, um,
Becky.
Becky's gonna Becky. She the man. She's on a WWE everything she get. But Bailey out here, got the camps and all of that. Got John Cena coming out.
Got snubbed from WrestleMania last year.
Didn't even make
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania last year. What are you talking about? Certified Hall of Famer. Hey, come on, stop. But can I pick real quick? Can I pick a team? I'm not for points, but if the Bellas is not in it, I'm going to go with Charlotte Flair and the Oscar. And then, that don't count as no points. But because what I just say, Charlotte Flair got to be with a title. So
Yeah, it ain't right without a title. All right. Speaking of 4 horsewomen, we can talk about one of them right now. Is Becky Lynch will be going against AJ Lee, and this one's for the women's intercontinental title. We gotta talk about the other women's mid card title. We'll talk about that in the next episode. But where when AJ Lee, she hasn't. No, she's not. I don't know her contract status. I know she's contracted to WWE. I don't know if she's contracted to show up every week, regular basis. She seems like a part timer at the moment. Again, I don't know her contract status. She seems like a part timer. I'm assuming Becky Lynch is going to get this win because AJ seems like a part timer. I don't know when she's going to show up again. She might not show up again until SummerSlam at this point. So I got Becky Lynch. I got it with 3. I'm not that confident, but I got it with 3. Joe.
I agree with you on the part timer thing. Totally. I don't feel like she's going to be the person that shows up, at every PLE or every Raw, and all that kind of stuff. I feel like they're still going to let her hold on to the title, though. Just,
Okay.
yeah, out of the popularity and the thing that she's got going, the momentum, I guess, that she's got going on right now. I'm going to give that I'll give that a 6.
All right. Q.
whew. All right, what did I use? I use 5, 2, 1.
5, 2, and 1.
Okay. I'm a. I'm gonna go Becky with a 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Becky with 3 just because I don't. I want AJ to win because that means AJ is around longer. But even if she wins, she's losing it at the next BLE because she part time. She gonna take this off and then she be back around SummerSlam. So
Mm-hmm.
if she wins at WrestleMania, she's gonna lose it at Backlash. So for that reason, I am, and this is their third match, it's the rubber match. Yeah, I'm gonna go Becky with what I say, 3.
3, Becky
Yeah,
with 3.
Becky with a 3.
All right.
Becky with a 3.
All right, guys. We're at Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Let's talk about this, I guess, build for this match. Because obviously it's a situation
What
where
the?
two top guys who had plans, but both their plans fell through. Seth Rollins was Braun Breaker. Gunther was Rey Mysterio. Again, we'll talk about him on tomorrow's episode. Ray was like, he's not retiring with me. I fully would not have been surprised if Ray was like, I'm gonna fake this injury until he gets back because I'm not retiring to Gunther. My son's gonna retire me. But it was a situation where both men, top men that cannot be left off the WrestleMania card, didn't have anything to do. So it's like, all right, let's put them together. Now I feel like they're gonna make it work with the Paul Heyman situation. Paul Heyman's gonna owe Gunther a favor. We all know what that's gonna lead to in SummerSlam for Minnesota. Again, we'll talk more about that in night 2 with Brock Lesnar. But these two men didn't have nothing to do. Well, are you guys okay with them just putting these two guys together, considering what may lead at SummerSlam? Q.
The reason I'm okay with it because this is the start of the build to SummerSlam. They are starting to build to SummerSlam for this marquee matchup, for this marquee main event, which is what everybody is expecting, will be Gunther versus Brock Lesnar to retire Brock Lesnar. So I'm okay with it from that perspective. I wish they would have did something. So Gunther just came out of nowhere and choked Seth Rollins up. Paul Heyman sold it, but I wish they would have sold it a little bit differently.
Yeah, he didn't because Gunther didn't even acknowledge Paul.
Yeah. And so maybe like, Paul sitting in the back talking to somebody and you don't see who it is, and then Gunther come out of nowhere. Something like that. I don't want the whole phone situation like they deal with Cody and them. I don't want that. But something similar to let us know Paul Heyman is like a mastermind and he got a plan in place. So I would have rather have that doing the build be a little bit differently. But like I said, it's the beginning of the build to SummerSlam.
All right. Joe, your thoughts on this awkward pairing?
Yeah, when it first went down, I was definitely not a fan of it because I was like, I don't understand what this is, but they managed to save it with the Paul Heyman coming in and the favor, and we all know what this is leading to, obviously, like you say. So I really liked how they did that. They saved that. But yeah, like you said, man, I mean, when it first came on, it's just like, what is this? Why is this? Like, what's
Yeah.
going on here? And but
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go first with my prediction. I agree with both of y'all. Just it was weird, but we know where it's gonna lead to. Hopefully, it puts the pieces together. But I'm going to go with Gunther. He's hot right now. He has this character. But the main reason why I'm going with Gunther is because I believe that Gunther's going to have a little help, not by choice, but I believe I was told Braun Breaker's cleared. I believe he's going to show up probably in a black hoodie and mask. They're going to do that crap. And he probably going to spare Seth Rollins, help get Gunther to win so we can get off and running with the Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker match, which who knows where they'll go to that. Hopefully they can stretch it out to SummerSlam or maybe Money in the Bank, or actually not Money in the Bank. That's way in like
Yeah,
August.
it'll be backlash.
It'll probably be Backlash, but we'll see. But that's why I got Gunther. That's why I got Gunther with 6. Again, Gunther's hot. They don't really want Gunther to take many losses. Gunther's weird. He's in a weird space where he's above title, but you don't want him to have a title because he's doing this whole retiring people gimmick, which he hit a wall because he didn't have nobody to retire for WrestleMania season. But let's see what he can do with Seth Rollins. This is probably gonna be match of the night, by the way, though. This right here, match of the night contender.
Ooh,
Uh,
I agree with that. Because both of their in ring abilities, I agree with that.
yeah,
That's why I said Saturday has the potential to steal the show. Because like even in the women's match, the women's uh the fatal four way for the tag team championship. You got Alexa Bliss, you got Charlotte, you got Bailey, Laura Valkyria. You know what I'm saying? You got good workers, and Lash Legend is just a phenom in herself. So yeah,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then with this match, you know what Gunther gonna do. You know what
Yeah.
Seth Rollins could do. Same thing with Jacob and Drew. So, but with that being said, I am going to go with Gunther. I'm going Gunther with a 7.
All right. All of it.
7-5, 3-2-1. I gotta keep track of my stuff. I
Yep.
need to write this.
7-5. Yep. 1-7-5-3-2-1. Joe, how you feeling about Gunther versus Seth Rollins?
man, I don't know if it's going to be the match of the show. I still got my hopes up for that IC title match, but it's definitely going to be a hell of a showdown.
Uh,
In the end, Gunther all day,
yeah.
definitely. And like you said, I feel like there's going to be some interference going on that Braun Breaker's going to come back, set up a new feud for them, or rather continue their feud where it left off. I'm going to go for an 8 with that.
You mean 7? 7? You gonna go with 7?
Sure.
Yeah, 7. All of it. So y'all got all of it on Gunther. Okay, I'm not mad at it.
That,
But let's move on to the women's world heavyweight championship match. Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Valkyrie. Sneakily, one of my favorite builds of WrestleMania because it's just been on site. If on site was in the dictionary, it'd be these two women because that's what they've been doing. They've been seeing each other and it's been on site. And some nasty bumps taken by both of them, especially Liv Morgan. She had a nasty knot on her forehead. I
oh,
don't know if it's
God.
still there, but I sneakily like this build because it's just been on site. They just been whooping each other for anytime they see each other. But I'm gonna go Liv Morgan with 5. Personally, I feel like Stephanie Valkyrie's a little dead in the water. I don't know. She came up hot. She's been cooled off. I don't know if it's because of the injury, because she hasn't been on TV as much. But I feel she's a little dead. They need to build her back up. And I think Liv Morgan will do wonders with the World Heavyweight title. She's a big deal to WWE, so I got Liv Morgan with 5. Joe, I'll let you go next.
And same. Liv Morgan is just on fire for the company. She is an it girl for them. So, and these two are going to put on one hell of a match, like
Hmm.
balls to the wall. 6.
What's it? So you have 5 and 1 left, Joe. You
Oh, 5.
5 for this one. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Q. Liv versus Stephanie Valkyrie.
So both y'all will live.
Yep.
I am going to go the opposite direction. I am going with Stephanie because, like you said, the situation has been kind of dry. Her title reign has been kind of dry. This will give it some life. It will give her that victory that she needs. So I'm going for I'm going 6.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going 6. I ain't confident at all about
All
that
right. Well,
whatsoever. You know what? Dion gonna win this time.
we'll see. Next up, we have the main event of night one: Cody Rhodes versus the GOAT, one of the GOATs, Randy Orton. And well, let's go ahead and talk about this bill. This bill took a weird turn. I thought they was gonna just do the history between Cody and Randy. They was in Legacy together. They boy Ted DiBiase was in there. He just got acquitted from his wrongdoings, but decided to insert Pat McAfee in a big way. He's basically in Randy Orton's corner for this match. Basically, Pat's been running down the company saying he wants to go back to what the Attitude Era was, where the people was just jacked up, being toxic. Again, it took a weird turn. Not that big a fan of it. I don't dislike Pat, but Pat has been getting a lot of hate for it. Pat, he even said that if Randy loses, he will leave WWE forever. It took a weird turn. Not too many people are into it. There was actually people saying that this should not main event, that Brock and Oba should have main evented night one. We don't got that. We got this as the main event of night one. Q, how you feeling about this weird build that they decided to go with these two men have a lot of history together.
I feel like the Pat McAfee situation was forced. I don't feel like it was needed. I don't feel like it was creative. I feel like they was trying to. I don't think of this as a push. A lot of people look at it as a push tickets situation. I don't think this was a push ticket situation. I think this was a push ESPN situation.
Yeah, good point.
Pat McAfee has a relationship with ESPN because his shows on ESPN. How much longer, we don't know. That's something that needs to be monitored. But I think this was we need an ESPN personality. Hell, they even came out to talk to Stephen A. Smith about being on her personality. They leaning into this ESPN world.
Heavy.
So I don't like it. I understand it. I don't like it, and I don't agree with it because I don't think it was neat. I feel like it was forced down our throats for no apparent reason whatsoever. But I gotta pick somebody. So I don't want to pick Cody. Like I don't want to. I really don't want to pick Cody.
You don't have to. I'm going to say, I know I got Randy before. I'm not picking Cody.
Here's my problem, right? I don't like losing to you. Hey, you my dog and all, but I don't want to lose. Who you want? Don't nobody want to lose, right? Nope. And I already got a lot of risky choices already. So I feel like I got to go with the safe bet. So I'm going Cody with a 4, even though I don't want to. You don't like to lose. Who wants to lose?
All right. Joe, you got a 1 left. So give me your thoughts.
That's good because that's exactly what I need for Cody.
That's exactly
yeah, that's all I need for Cody, man. I'm going for Cody. I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed that we're going to finally see Cody turn in this match and we can get a new, fresh spin on Cody, because I don't know. I feel like his character right now is just.
I'm tired of it. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, I'm saying it's reminding me of like when John Cena needed to turn heel, but they didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's reached that point where he's just gotten so just beat down your face, goody guy that you're like, dude, we need something new from you. We need something new.
Give us that Homelander like you keep telling us.
Yes, I'm
right.
hoping for that.
So how you feeling about them inserting Pat McAfee?
Trash. That's so trash, man. I mean, I get it from a business standpoint. Yeah, like you needed somebody from ESPN in there. They wanted somebody who can get more eyes on it from like not just from wrestling, but from like a sports perspective to get the visual, you know what I'm saying, to get the eyesight on it. And also to hopefully increase some ticket sales, which that's debatable if that worked.
Yep.
But it didn't.
I'm saying it doesn't look like it did. I mean, 40,000 plus 42,000 on the second night, I think, something like that. So,
yep.
Yeah, not a big fan of it. Didn't feel like it needed it. They had history enough.
So, I'm assuming both of you guys believe Jelly Roll will be making an appearance in this match some way and somehow as well.
Yeah, because they're gonna have a match at Backlash with Cody and Jelly Roll versus Randy and Pat McAfee. That's why I was like, I don't really think I don't I think Randy should win, and I think Randy will win. But as Joe said earlier, I don't really trust creative, so there might be a whole swerve that it don't be a celebrity tag match at Backlash. So
who knows?
Then I'm at her losing to Dion, and I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna sign up for it.
Well, all right. Well, that would do it for our predictions for night 1 of WrestleMania. Q, he's got a Captain Hater in the next episode, so I'm gonna get mine in on this one. This is what y'all get. WWE TKO. The ticket sales is in the toilet. This is what y'all get for going back to Las Vegas. Why'd y'all go back to Las Vegas? It's never a good idea to go to the same market back to back. And especially when the card even isn't as good as it was last year. This is what y'all get. Y'all look silly. Y'all should have just kept it in New Orleans. Next year, y'all going to Saudi Arabia. If y'all go, there was rumors talking about that. Y'all might not even go. And there was also rumors saying y'all don't plan on moving it, even though y'all probably should consider moving it, considering what's going on over there. Just bring it on over back to the States. I know that's a lot of money y'all losing, but no, New Orleans is willing to give y'all some money. Y'all owe Indianapolis a WrestleMania. I don't know when y'all gonna do that. Y'all owe Indy one. I'm not gonna attend because the prices is too crazy. But maybe I'll come up there and go to WWE World. I just want to point out y'all look silly now for going back to Las Vegas. Don't go to Las Vegas for at least another 5, 6 years. Go to New Orleans. Go to Indy. Hell, go back to LA. I heard Miami's nice this time of year. Go to Miami. But I had to get that off my chest. I was very upset that they went back to Las Vegas, taking it away from New Orleans. But I'm your boy Dion. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of From My Perspective. Joe, do you have anything you want to get off your chest or promote before we get up out of here?
Promote our show, man. Check us out. It's at YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Pandora, everywhere else. You might be able to pick up CDs of it at Dollar Tree. I don't know if we've
You
got them
might.
pressed yet. It might, you know what I'm saying? Just give us some time. Give us some time. You don't like that? Well, respectfully, you're wrong. So,
So y'all heard it here first. Respectfully, you're wrong. Again, please like, please subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. Tell us which night you are looking forward to better. Night one of WrestleMania, Saturday night, or night two? Leave that in the comment section. Q, go ahead and take us home.
Hey, you already know the best. It's your boy, Mr. Bear. Hey, can't say your name before this bye. But we're going to catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be easy.
Okay.